The labyrinth of legal and medical entanglements surrounding Wendy Williams has taken yet another dramatic turn, one that could redefine her fight for autonomy and rewrite the narrative of her post-talk show life. Nearly 2 years after her team publicly disclosed the diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia, a progressive neurological disorder that erodes speech, memory, and behavioral control, a fresh battery of tests has upended that verdict. Conducted by a preeminent New York neurologist, this comprehensive evaluation paints a starkly different picture. No evidence of the disease that once loomed as a life-altering specter. The results, forwarded to Williams' legal counsel in recent weeks, arm her attorneys with ammunition to dismantle the guardianship that has shadowed her since 2022, potentially ushering in an era of reclaimed independence. Williams' journey through health's unforgiving terrain has been anything but linear. The vivacious host of The Wendy Williams Show, a daytime staple for over a decade, built an empire on unfiltered charisma and razor-sharp wit. Her sign-off catchphrase, "How you doin'?" became cultural shorthand for bold inquiry, while segments like Hot Topics dissected celebrity scandals with gleeful precision. But beneath the glossy facade, personal battles raged. Graves' disease, an autoimmune thyroid disorder that triggered weight fluctuations and fatigue. Lymphedema, a chronic swelling condition complicating mobility. These were managed publicly with resilience, Williams often quipping through pain to maintain her throne. Yet, by 2022, cracks widened, erratic on-air moments, word-loss episodes that silenced her signature banter, prompting the guardianship petition. Filed by her financial advisor and brother, it cited cognitive decline, thrusting her into a conservatorship akin to Britney Spears' infamous saga, complete with restricted freedoms and court oversight. The February 2024 announcement amplified the stakes. Frontotemporal dementia, FTD, and aphasia were invoked as culprits for her losing words and acting erratically, conditions that dismantle executive function and language. FTD, affecting the brain's frontal and temporal lobes, manifests in personality shifts, impulsivity, apathy, or language dissolution, turning eloquent speakers into strangers to syntax. Aphasia compounds this, severing the bridge between thought and expression. Williams' team framed it as a dignified disclosure, emphasizing her intent to continue creating. But whispers of doubt persisted. Was this a hasty label or a shield against scrutiny? The assisted living facility she entered became a gilded cage, limiting visits from son Kevin Jr. and isolating her from the spotlight she once commanded. Enter the ex-husband Salvo. Kevin Hunter, Williams' partner of over 2 decades and father to their son, launched a $250 million lawsuit earlier this year, decrying the guardianship as a weapon, not a shield. His filings allege wrongful confinement, curtailed family access, and financial mismanagement, claims that echo broader critiques of conservatorship as tools for control rather than care. Hunter, who produced her show until their 2020 divorce amid infidelity allegations, positioned himself as an advocate for Williams' agency. The suit's audacity, seeking damages for emotional distress and lost opportunities, ignited debates on elder autonomy, disability rights, and the ethics of involuntary oversight. Critics noted Hunter's own fraught history, including a 2019 settlement over harassment claims, but his narrative resonated. A woman, once a media titan, now sidelined by systems meant to protect. The overturned diagnosis arrives like a plot twist in Williams' real-life drama. Sources describe the neurological consult as exhaustive. Cognitive assessments, MRIs, PET scans probing for FTD's telltale atrophy. The absence of markers, preserved frontal lobe integrity, intact language pathways, suggests misdiagnosis, perhaps conflating Graves-induced fluctuations or lymphedema-related stress with neurodegeneration. For Williams, 61 and fierce, this is vindication. Her legal team, led by sharp litigators versed in high-profile guardianships, prepares motions to dissolve the arrangement. Arguments will hinge on capacity. If dementia specter evaporates, so does the rationale for oversight. Experts anticipate hearings dissecting medical records, witness testimonies from caregivers, and Williams' own voice, perhaps via deposition, where her trademark candor could sway judges. Implications ripple outward. For Williams, freedom means reclaiming narratives. Podcast revivals, book tours, or unscripted returns to TV. Her 2024 Lifetime docuseries Where is Wendy Williams? Chronicled the descent, drawing 1.5 million viewers and Emmy nods for its raw portrayal of vulnerability. An overturned diagnosis could sequel that story, transforming victimhood into triumph. Financially, it unlocks frozen assets, estimated at $20 million, empowering decisions from wellness retreats to legacy projects. Personally, it mends family fractures. Hunter's suit, whatever its motives, spotlights bonds strained by separation. Broader strokes. This saga spotlights conservatorship reform. Post-Spears, states like California mandated transparency, but gaps persist, especially for Black women like Williams whose health disparities intersect with systemic biases. FTD misdiagnoses, often in midlife, disproportionately affect women of color due to under-researched symptoms. Advocacy groups like the Association for Frontotemporal Degeneration hail the re-evaluation as a win for second opinions, urging holistic assessments over hasty labels. Williams' resilience shines through. From radio DJ hustles in the 90s to syndication queen, she's weathered storms. Addiction recovery, tabloid storms over her bisexuality. The guardianship era tested that steel, but her humor endures. Friends recount quips from facility confines plotting comebacks. As filings loom, the entertainment world watches. Will she reclaim the mic, or pivot to mentorship? Either way, this overturn isn't closure, it's ignition. Wendy Williams, misdiagnosed but unbroken, embodies the audacity to rewrite one's ending, not as decline but defiance.